Hello everybody, I am back. Okay, team, we're not fucking doing this again. Okay, but besides that, welcome back. We are back with another Cool Guy Public Broadcasting. And today, we also have some more rewritten stuff, but we are mixing it up a little bit to now cover some stuff that is happening with the main Bear games. Of course, with there being more and more updates, because there's more than likely also going to be more updates in the future for Bear Tower Defense, in which this might be a good game, but it is still kind of mixed right now due to how we still have very little, I guess, information for the game, and also how it is pretty much in pre-alpha phase right now. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, we'll be over here for now, but as you can see up here, we have, of course, the first two thumbnails for the game, but we have Halloween, the Cheese Factory update, the Christmas update, and now the Valentine's update for Bear Alpha Rewritten. And now, since all of this stuff was, of course, came out, if you can see, but the next update we have is more than likely, like I said in the first broadcast, it's more than likely going to be Final Hour as the next update, and turns out that actually might be right, because as you can see on the left side, we have all the maps inside of Rewritten with their current status as the Valentine's update came out, but on the right, we have all the maps post-Valentine's update, in which we don't really have many changes to them, but the only difference, as you can see at the bottom here, is that the map under System Crypt is now yellow instead of red, so it's currently being worked on. And of course, that map is Final Hour, so it is kind of uncertain if we're going to be getting another thumbnail for the Final Hour update. But considering, like, even though Atrocity is fairly popular, Cheese Factory got its own thumbnail, so potentially we could see a new thumbnail for the Final Hour update. Also, along with a few other map remakes, but it is kind of uncertain, I can't get in my chair, if we are going to be getting them anytime soon, which of course we have Backrooms Monochrome and the Alien from Neptune. But besides that, now we have the updated skin list, in which we have quite a few new things here. Because as you can see, Unicorn and Chef have now gotten their remakes added into the game, and now two of them have been revealed, in which the 8-letter one turns out to be the Gardener Bear, and it wasn't actually a typo, it actually was a new skin, in which we had Bear and the Hat Bear, which now we have quite a bit less to theorize about for these skins, so potentially we could be seeing maybe a few more new things, but maybe also some returning things from Alpha. It's still kind of uncertain. But moving on to the more interesting stuff with the skins, not much has been changed here besides two things. First off, Hype Beast is now getting its remade, of course, because of how it's now yellow, and maybe like how Final Hour is currently being worked on, we could be seeing Hype Beast's remake getting added in that update as well. And also, probably the weirdest thing out of them all is that there's a new skin at the bottom, and it's already yellow. So potentially, this is a new skin or a returning skin, because even though this was for the maps, she did mention that nothing from the prior game, Bear Plus, is gonna pretty much be getting added, but we will be seeing unique maps. So of course, we've been getting quite a bit of unique skins, but that one last map that I should have mentioned over there could actually be a new unique map instead of just an alpha map, because from what we've seen so far, it's more than likely Final Hour and probably Happy Turn next. Alright, but now moving on to the more interesting stuff, because nothing much has been changed or announced for Rewritten yet. due to how they still are kind of on a small hiatus, because I mean, the Valentine's update is still kind of new, or unless we get a part 2, which I kind of don't know if that's going to happen due to how the Valentine's update seems to be ending on the last day of February or the first few days of March. But besides that, now we have the second half of this broadcast, in which we have the third, or not the third, the fourth official bear game after, of course, Alpha Star and Skengens. We have Bear Tower Defense, in which here we have several like announcements about it and like how the game is going to function, and also progress for the game, in which surprisingly enough it should be releasing sometime in the summer and potentially into the fall this year as like a demo. And as you can see here, these are some of the Q&A questions that have been answered for the game, and we have several things like Bear and Sam are going to be the main characters, in which the towers of the game, and the bobs for this game will be like the enemies and like the things you have to, of course, kill before they reach the base. But similar to that previous image with like Bear throwing cheese at Bob, while there's also a walking haunted mansion in the background, because that, even though that looks like Domofob, it's actually the haunted mansion, we could more than likely be seeing new unique Bobs and probably, of course, new unique bears. But besides that, here is also a few more certain things you should be expecting when the game comes out, like how there's gonna be roughly around 10 or so maps getting added to the game once it releases, which is kind of surprising, but that's only when it fully releases. I'm pretty sure they all won't come when the demo releases, but there will also be multiple routes similar to other tower defense games that have showcased, and also more than likely unique mechanics exclusive for the tower defense game, which is gonna be kinda surprising. Okay, but besides all the Q&A questions and what to expect for the game, now we have some of the images and leaks for the game, in which the first image here is Cheed standing next to the bear in-game, in which he kind of looks similar in some way to like, I guess like a Skengen style, or like the current style they're going for. But that is how the bear skins are gonna look in the game. They're kind of like chibi-ish in a way, if you put it. But besides that, we have multiple skins here that are alike to that chibi type bear, in which we have this one, which is more than likely Dreamcatcher Bear. Then we also have Slender Bear as a chibi skin. We have Headlegs, which that kind of looks cursed. We have possibly Bear Swagger 999, but this is classified as a Mario Bear, so this more than likely could be a unique skin to the game. And then the last one we have is, surprisingly enough, Balloon Bear, in which of course that's a dev skin, but they're gonna have like unique aerial towers in the game, which that could be interesting, because like he could be like immune to stuns or something due to how they can't reach him since he's floating off the ground. But yeah, we could be seeing unique stats and perks for certain bear towers or Sam towers, so that's gonna be pretty cool. But besides that, as you can see here, this is the first teaser video for the game, in which we have a tower icon, we have special items for the skins, and we also have a book, which is more than likely going to be a game index. And also there's like an update log here. You have to grind out coins, of course, for the towers, and also there's a level system in the game, in which once you click on here, this is how it works, in which stuff like the OG Bear and Buckethead Bear are going to be fairly common skins, but stuff like Sam is going to be a fair bit rarer to get. And also on the side here, we have the tower icon and the item icon again, but we have this thing, which it could be some sort of capsule skin, but we also have certain skins exclusive to the bear. So we're not just going to be getting like negative bear or like red nose bears towers. They're just going to be skins for a few towers. So we're more than likely only going to be getting variants. So like the OG bear and its few variants, and then of course Buckethead Bear and maybe also something like the Cheese Lord Bear, because of how that's fairly different from OG Bear. And as you can see here, there's going to be descriptions for each of the skins, so like as to how they work. And as you can see here, if you have the skin equipped, there's going to be items that you can get here, which will more than likely have them equip it, and more than likely give them some sort of boost or a buff, in which it makes them like maybe throw cheese faster, or like have more like fire rate or something. But items are more than likely just gonna be certain things that you can get from like here or like somewhere else, maybe like hidden within rounds, that you can just put on a tower or a skin and it will buff it in some way. And also, as you can see here, like how this thing, which is the cursed orb, will inflict curses on the mobs, in which it will do a heavy damage buff, in which of course they're more than likely going to die quicker. So it could act like, this thing could act as like a poison status effect or something once you use it. That's what you should be expecting for items in this game. But after that video, now we have the second video, in which this is how the game usually is gonna work once you get in one, in which there's the difficulty, there's like how many waves there are, there's how long you have for the wave, and there's also how long the match is going to last for, in which we also have how fast the game is gonna go. You have a tab here, so if you can't use your item, you can use it there, and also you have 6 tower slots, which is genuinely gonna be helpful, but you only get 3, since the other 3 you have to unlock at these certain levels. But the currency for this game, once you're in a game, is going to be cheese, similar to how other games have, well, pretty sure pretty much almost every tower defense game has it, but they have 2 currencies, for in-game and in the lobby. But besides that, that's pretty much all you can see here. Also along, once you beat a match, you of course get quids, and also items here, and of course you gain XP. And here also is your stats for the game, along with, I guess, the map results, or like the map stats. So you're more than likely gonna be getting the items the best way via grinding through maps, because of course Chi got 3 items here, but you can't really tell what they are because they haven't been added yet. But yeah, besides that, that's pretty much all we have for this broadcast today, because even though it's not as much as like the prior broadcast with all the new rewritten stuff getting added, that was a whole ass list that they added, and they've only slightly updated it since. But I guess it would make it kind of more interesting if we have all the current stuff we have for Bear Tower Defense. But besides that, thank you for watching my broadcast, and I still need to figure out a catchphrase. So goodbye, everybody.